What's going on, YouTube? TrainerTheGr8 here, bringing you another wireless battle against RoadkillRhyder. This time it's a different team though. I brought in a Sun team with some entry hazards and some other strategies thrown in there. So I hope you enjoy. The Sun team is pretty cool. Ninetales is awesome for drought. It's such a good ability. And here we go. So Ryder leads off with his Dawn Fan, and I lead out with an Alakazam. And you're probably like, where's the Sun now? Well, this is part of my strategy. So I use Trick. So I'm going to trick him into choice specs, and that's going to be really key for a while. So he gets choice specs, goes with his, I get an Icicle Plate, and he goes for the Stealth Rock. Now he's locked into Stealth Rock, and he withdraws because he knows that he's locked in. So he switches into an Exploud, and I go for the Energy Ball. I was just being safe. I didn't know what he was going to switch into, so I just went for the Energy Ball. Does like a quarter of damage. Then I go for a Stab Psychic. Now, I don't have choice specs anymore, so it's not as strong as it was. So, Exploud lives with 1 HP. And he Shadow Balls me. And that's going to take out Alakazam. Alakazam already did his job, so it's all good. So, I switch into my Drapion. With his Exploud being so weak, I'm trying to set up. So, I'm going to set up my first layer of Toxic Spikes. And he's gonna go for the Uproar, the Stab Uproar there, and this is my new bulky Drapion, so it takes the hit like a boss, and I have Leftovers recovery, so I know I can withstand another Uproar hit, so that's awesome. So I get my another layer of Toxic Spikes down, and knowing that I'm gonna survive this Uproar, I'll be all set, and every poke he's gonna switch into will be poisoned. So I recover some more health with Leftovers. Then I'm just going to finish off the Exploud with a Crunch attack. Some just Stab Crunch, there you go. So, I recover some more health with Leftovers. And he's going to bring back in his Dawn Fan. And he's just going to try to take me out right here. He's poisoned. He's just going to try to take me out. I'm just going to try to take him out with an EQ, but he's bulky, so, and Drapion's only weakness is Earthquake, so he's locked into Earthquake now, knowing that. He's locked into Earthquake, and that's, Drapion's only weakness is Ground type, so he gets some poison damage, and I go into my Starmie. This is a rapid spin, little bulky Starmie, so I'm going to be able to take a bunch of hits. So I go for the Stab Psychic, and it brings his Dawn Fan down to low red health. He goes for the EQ, and it gets me down to like 3/4 of health. And I recover with Leftovers. Yes, I have 2 Leftovers. I wanted Black Sludge with Drapion, but I didn't have it, and he let me just use 2 Leftovers. So he's almost dead with the poison damage. I go for the recover all that damage off, pretty much almost full health, and he goes to the other EQ, and I'm certain I'm going to survive that hit, and he's going to be knocked off with poison damage. So the next time it comes in is, okay, he sends in a Sceptile, which is his physical Sceptile, which would be good on my team, but for a special. So I'm going to rapid spin, knowing that I'm going to be dead anyway from this X-Scissor. So Starmie goes down, did its job very well, very bulky, got the rapid spin off, and his Dawn Fan is down, so no more Stealth Rocks for him. I know he's not packing another Stealth Rocker, so now it's time to bring on the Sun. So I switch into my Ninetales, and he goes for the EQ with his Sceptile. And Ninetales lives with 44 HP, and I go for the Flamethrower, knowing that's going to be a one-hit KO because of the Sun. And recently I used a Fire Gem when I used Ninetales in double battles, because that really comes in handy with Flamethrower, Sun, and Fire Gem. So he switches into his Typhlosion. And at this point, I'm not sure what he has for a set, because he has a couple different ones. So he goes to the Eruption, so I know it's either his mixed set or his fully physical set. So he goes to the eruption, and that's going to take out my Ninetales. Now, I know I don't really like Typhlosion to be a factor in the game, so I try to take him out as quickly as possible. So I switch into my Infernape, and I go for the EQ. So he's probably thinking, oh, this is a physical Infernape and whatnot. So that's good. I want him to think that, of course. And I'm going to lose some health from Life Orb. And he switches into his Primeape. Now, this is where things get interesting, because he gets poisoned. And then I go for the Flamethrower. So now he knows I'm a mix set, and he was questioning that I was a mix set before. So Primeape goes down in one hit from Infernape with Life Orb, and he switches into a Frostlass, which is his last mon, and he wanted to see my other Pokemon, so I switched out to show him, and it was a lucky play on his part because it happens to be a Grass type. So it's a shiny Logant, and he goes for the Ice Beam, and we were laughing at this point because it was already over, but he wanted to see the last poke, so. So I switch back into Infernape, and I'm going to just take out this Frostlass that's given me a bunch of problems before without speed, so I go for the Flamethrower, and that's going to be their game. And so it's 1-0 me, technically 2-0, but that's it. So good game, Ryder. It was fun using my new Sun team. I like it. I'm going to change it around a little bit next time and do a couple different things, but out of this I got a new Drapion and a few other good pokes that I wanted to retrain and rebreed. So please comment, rate, and subscribe, and see you guys later.